Mike and Lori with Hamburg Honey. Today we're going to be talking to you about our nationwide bee conference here in central Wisconsin. March 16th, 2024, it's a Saturday. BeekMeet 2024 is going to be held at North Central Technical College in Wausau, Wisconsin. There's going to be several speakers there that we're going to be talking to you about during this video. There's going to be several vendors there that we're going to be talking to you about that have special deals. And the tickets are $65. You can register online. You get your lunch included with that. And if you're a veteran or you're a senior citizen, you get your ticket for $55. The doors open at 8, so you can come in. And we'll be leaving the links to this at the end of the video so you can register. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments below.
Our first speaker, our keynote speaker, is going to be Cayman Reynolds. Cayman and his wife Laurel run one of the world's largest bee conferences, the North American Honeybee Expo, which we went down to. We had a lot of fun at. They also run a small professional honeybee operation in Middle Tennessee and have filmed hundreds of educational videos to help share the joys of successful beekeeping. Though Cayman does 99% of the talking, Laurel has been beekeeping for 17 years and is an invaluable part of their business. Cayman's favorite part of the bee industry is meeting and engaging with fellow beekeepers. His favorite part of beekeeping is making queens and new splits. So Cayman is going to be talking about his first speech is going to be talking about successful hobby and sideline beekeeping. And then his other feature session is going to be about small scale queen rearing. So make sure you guys sign up for one of those.
Next up is Randy Oliver. Randy Oliver sees beekeeping through the eyes of a biologist. He now helps his sons to run a commercial beekeeping operation of around 1,500 hives in the foothills of Northern California, managing them for migratory pollination, nuke sales, and queen and honey production, freeing Randy to engage in full-time beekeeper-funded research projects. Randy analyzes and digests the scientific research and is in touch with beekeepers and researchers from all over the world, not only to broaden his own depths of knowledge, but to figure out the best management practices for beekeepers everywhere, which he then happily shares through his various articles in bee magazines, speaking engagements, and on his website. The first breakout session Randy's going to be speaking of is his most recent research. Randy will discuss the findings of his most recent research project in hopes of expanding the understanding and knowledge of bees for every beekeeper. He's also going to be speaking in breakout session 3 for spring management. How to build colonies up for honey production while preventing them from swarming. This production covers management for spring buildup while minimizing swarming or starvation, supplemental feeding, dealing with the weather, springtime diseases, mite control, and various methods of making splits or nukes. Randy Oliver will be speaking via Zoom, but you can also see him virtually if you can't make it to the conference.
Rick Schneider is our next speaker. He is a beekeeper and educator from Columbus, Wisconsin. He and his family own and operate Capital Bee Supply. Rich is, oddly enough, in his current 19th year of his 5-year plan to understand everything about honeybees. When he's not talking about or thinking about people with honeybees, he's either busy keeping Capital Bee Supply, woodenware, and manufacturing operations running smoothly, or he's designing some crazy type of production machinery, or even teaching the upcoming generations of engineering students at Madison College or Johns Hopkins University. So, for his breakout session, he's going to be speaking about honey packing, grading, and labeling. Do my labels meet the FDA and Wisconsin labeling requirements? What is PDP and IDP, and what must be on them? Am I exempt from national label requirements? What are the formatting requirements for a statement of identity and other elements on my labels? What is the PFUN scale and how does it relate to honey color? And what is in the difference between the Wisconsin grading and USDA grading? Rich will also address these questions and more in his session.
The next speaker on the list is a Wisconsin native, Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen owns a family beekeeping operation in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Chris first became interested in bees by watching his father and grandfather keep bees. A hobby turned into an ever expanding business to sell not only their honey, but to offer a full line of beekeeping supplies, as well as bees and queens. He also offers classes, consulting, and is an active in the local 4 H youth program. He added a climate controlled building to overwinter customers' bees and has expanded his woodshop to provide a complete woodenware selection. His breakout session is on second year. Now what? The journey continues.
The next speaker on board is Adrian Quinney, author of The Cavity Compromise. Okay. He is an RN who lives in Hudson, Wisconsin. He generally overwinters 60 to 80 colonies. His area of expertise is actually biotechnical beekeeping, which is a collective term for methods that exploit the weaknesses of varroa mite to control it without the use of chemicals. Um, the conventional wisdom is that biotechnical beekeeping cannot keep one's bees alive. Combining brood breaks, conventional drone brood removal, varroa resistant stock, and the use of 5 over 5 nuke boxes has enabled Adrian to defy conventional wisdom. He has been giving talks about his methods and professing the value of nukes for overwintering for more than a decade. That makes him a 10-yeared nuke professor. Haha. His first breakout session, actually his only breakout session, is called Treatment Free Beekeeping. He will be presenting a PowerPoint lecture, which he wrote for the conference that we had to cancel because of the pandemic. This lecture uses the metaphor of a union dispute to explain his system of beekeeping. He will have copies of his books available for $19.
The next speaker is Dr. David T. Peck. Dr. Peck is the Director of Research and Education at Better Bee in Greenwich, New York, where he assists in product development and research and also teaches classes and develops scientifically sound education materials. He's the one who designed our observation hive, and we love it. He has served as a teaching postdoctoral fellow in Cornell's Department of Entomology and is still affiliated with Cornell through the Honeybee Health Program in the College of Veterinary Medicine. Dr. Peck has kept bees for more than a decade through his home apiary, often full of mite riddled research colonies, so he doesn't usually produce much honey. His breakout sessions will be about collective intelligent honeybees and the honeybee dance language and varroa mite history, biology, and year round management. He'll be speaking in 2 breakout sessions. We can't wait to see him.
Dr. Adam Ingrayo is next. He is a proud fourth generation U.S. Army veteran and the resident insect expert at BeeWise Farms, where he manages all aspects of the BeeWise operation and sustainable pest management program. He is a co founder and national director of the Heroes to Hives program. It's the largest beekeeping education program for veterans in the U.S. Um, it serves as an outreach specialist for Michigan Food and Farming System. He has authored numerous peer reviewed manuscripts on beneficial insects and was recently a co author of the book Honeybee Medicine for the Veterinary Practitioner. His first breakout session is going to be producing quality nukes for profit at a small scale. So nuke production, it's an important part of developing a sustainable local bee supply that does not rely on the importation of bees to replace annual losses. There's a special focus on development, management, costs, quality, control time, and commitment, and customer expectations. His second breakout session is his Heroes to Hives recommendation for beekeepers with disabilities. So he has a big program that he does with vets and disabled vets and other physically disabled people. And he does a lot of work to help these people be able to be beekeepers even though they're disabled. There will be a special focus on apiary site considerations, assistive technologies, hive styles, and support organizations with physical limitations so they can still be successful beekeepers.
The next speaker is Ian Stepler. We watch a lot of his videos. Since Ian bought his first four hives 21 years ago, he has dedicated his life passion towards beekeeping. Ian credits the current standing of his apiary to others on whom he has leaned over the years to help guide him through the many management, logistical, and husbandry issues. Ian is a big believer in paying it forward, which motivates him to share his successes and failures with others. He currently manages the farm's 1,500 honeybee operation, which consists of 1,200 full-size colonies operated alongside 400 hive nuke operation. Um, Ian is going to be speaking via Zoom. Breakout session 2, single box management.
So, up next, guys, we have William Werning. Bill has been beekeeping for about 35 years, starting when he was 13. He now runs about 60 colonies per season. Bill considers himself a sideliner or hobbyist beekeeper, but has run up to around 160 colonies of his own. He grew up around bees as his uncle was a commercial beekeeper running between Cambria, Wisconsin, and Louisiana. Bee health and preparation for wintering strong bees has always been what he excels at. Over the years, he has always wintered well, and over the past 8 seasons, he has a 95% survival rate, with several of those winters at 100%. So he does pretty well. So his breakout session is going to be wintering in Wisconsin, and he goes over a year of beekeeping in Wisconsin with many challenges and triumphs. Beekeepers use a wide variety of strategies and practices to ensure their success. A year in our operation consists of many things, with the most important being mite control, timing, winter preparation, and time tested practices, which all will be covered in detail. His goal through this lecture is to help ensure that his successes become yours and we improve the sustainability of Wisconsin beekeeping.
The next speakers on the list are co-speakers, yours truly, Mike and I. We have been growing our bees since 2014, growing the apiary every year. We're members of the Queen Breeders Association and the Marathon County Beekeepers Association. We have finished our master beekeeping education through the University of Montana. Um, we're successful with overwintering our bees with a 70% plus survival rate 5 years in a row. Our breakout session, what we're speaking on is queen rearing and raising queens in Wisconsin for the smaller producer.
Julie Evans is up next. She's had a lifelong love of the outdoors and nature. 6 years ago, her husband John started beekeeping. His hobby sparked an interest for Julie to learn about how to utilize all of the resources from her hives. After researching and experimenting, Julie enjoys making many natural body care products. Her breakout session is going to be healthy hive products. Every beekeeper dreams of and loves a bountiful harvest of golden sweet honey. The dreams do not have to end at the honey. Julie will discuss the additional benefits and products that the bees provide through their hard work and determination. If you have ever wondered what else you can do with your honey, wax, and propolis, this lecture is for you.
Okay, guys, our final speaker is Greg Burns, the buzzing force behind Nature's Image Farm and the Learning Yard, where he embarked on an exciting beekeeping journey with his wife, Susan, and their 7 children. Transitioning from the hustle and bustle of city life, Greg found his calling in beekeeping, turning his family's passion into a thriving business. They now provide top notch honeybees, beekeeping supplies, along with nurturing aspiring beekeepers through mentoring and education across the country. To learn more, visit Greg at www.naturesimagefarm.com, the Nature's Image Farm YouTube channel, the Stream Team Beekeeping Chat, and the Nature's Image Farm podcast. Greg Burns will be speaking about beekeeping and a successful homestead. Can you earn extra income and create abundance on a homestead with bees? Join Greg Burns as he shares the Burns family beekeeping journey, growing bees into a business, working with nature rather than against it. Topics covered are raising nukes, queen rearing, honey versus bees, integrating bees and livestock, grazing, food forestry, and more. And the stream team beekeeping chat, they will be there live um, with a live feed, live streaming. And the stream team is Greg Burns, Bruce Bees, and Brian.
All right, we are finally at the end of the list of the speakers. And I say that because that is a really good list of speakers. You will really get your money's worth if you come out to this show and see all these speakers. So, on top of all these great speakers that you can listen to, we also have a bunch of great vendors. We're going to have vendors like Thorn Manufacturing. Strong Microbials is going to be there with their new patties. Hanson Honey is going to be there. Let It Be is going to be there. Hilco Manufacturing is going to be there. They're going to be showcasing some of their new honey pumps. Man Lake will be there. Capital Bee Supply will be there. Better Bee is going to have a booth. Apame is going to have a booth. The Wisconsin Honey Producers Association is going to have a booth there as well. And also the Wisconsin Honeybee Breeders Association will have some information in a booth there. And the best thing is, lunch is also included when you buy your tickets. So the early bird session is over to get your tickets for 55. You can still go ahead and set up your order. It's $65 per ticket. But if you are a veteran or if you're an elderly, you get to have your ticket for 55. So we would really love to see you guys out there. And as always, I hope you guys can get out there and enjoy your